biggest advice I would give to an upcoming athlete is to get yourself in the best environment that you can be in. It doesn't matter so much about how big that first contract is. What matters is that you get with a coach and a team environment, preferably senior players, who are going to get the best out of you. Because if you can get that for a few years, you could go from being a player who's not going to make it or an average player to get into the very top. The same is true for life. Unfortunately, though, it's not so clear of how you get that contract at a club where things are going to go well. That's why I created Uncommon Success. It's a group of men who've decided I am going to have a winning life. It's not so clear where you find that. There's a local CrossFit box and there's a jiu-jitsu club. But what about if you want to do well in business as well? What about if you want to be intelligent and you want to be refining and improving your intellect? Where do you go? That's why I created Uncommon Success, and that's what I would recommend, finding a group of men who have similar values to what you want to become. Because if you can find that and if you can connect with that, then everything becomes much more likely. I've built connections with lots of students, which is really important to me. Having accountable students that are working hard on following a path to get to a better place for their life, defining the outcome, defining success for them, and then we work as a team to get them to that point. When they get to that point, or as they approach that point, then we set a new point, because there's always more, and the fun is in getting after it and knowing that there's always more. It's not always more in the way that some people talk about, like toxic capitalism, where it's more and more resources. When it's better and better and more learning, it is the best way to live. I don't know any other way, and I have tested other ways of living. They don't work as well. So connecting with others who are just ahead of you is really important, but also having students from whatever stage you're at right now, who could you help and what could you help them with? What have you overcome? Help some of those people who need to be challenged and be supported to get to their next level. And at the same time, look for those who are ahead of you in different areas and how you can connect with them, how you can add value with your specialty, but then how you can learn from what they're really good at. If you can do these things, then you can get a better life. And that's what we want. We want to be in this environment that consistently challenges us to do more, to be more, to get more out of ourselves. It's simple when you look at it in sporting terms. It's less simple when you're thinking about being a great father, being great in business, being a great husband, and being athletic. Finding that supportive environment wasn't so easy, and so that's why I created it. I created one, and I hope that this idea goes viral. CrossFit started a revolution where there's a lot of functional fitness gyms all around the world. It used to just be Globo gyms. There didn't really used to be strength and conditioning facilities. Now there are strength and conditioning facilities everywhere, and the Globo gyms changed to incorporate more of strength and conditioning as well. You can do CrossFit workouts in a lot of Globo gyms now, right? That's what we need for life on our own terms, for success. We need a renaissance of the culture that built the most beautiful aspects of the modern world. There's clearly a decline in culture, decline in where effort and energy and focus is going, but that can be reversed, and it needs to be reversed. And so we're starting with this system online, and we're building pockets of men all around the world who are going and seeing each other. I'm in one of the villages at the moment. They visit in the villages, they visit and connect up locally. The goal is that this system works in the way that CrossFit did, and it is working, but we're looking for it to proliferate and spread, but then also that it spins off all sorts of other brands and other approaches to fitness and changes the whole game. The self-development industry has been stuck in a certain paradigm, and there's a better and different way of doing personal development for business development, for athletic development, and to be able to be the best version of yourself. We need new systems. And my father brought new systems to the game of rugby league, and it revolutionized the way the game of rugby league is played and trained for. My goal is to do that with building a winning life. What are the factors that go into building a winning life? How do we leverage the best of new technology, ancient wisdom to bring that out? Now, whatever it is that you want to achieve, I want you to connect with others who are on that path. If you can do that, everything's possible.